field position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome everyone to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Using his legs, it's Pringle. Weaves his way ahead and gets 5 out to the 18-yard line.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not second and long. It's not third and long. Now as the whole playbook's open, the defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
And the Hurricanes in a good spot here with second and short. Give to the single back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Now facing third and short from their own 17. To the air, it's Simpson. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
On first down, it's 2nd and 9. Here's the handoff. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Quarterback empties his backfield. Back to throw, it's Sayin. The quick out. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The Buckeyes come to the line in the hurry-up. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Fires to the big fella. He is denied. Cannot get to the first down marker, and it's 4th down coming. The Buckeyes will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got a man. It's Porter. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
And the Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Got his man quickly. He goes out of bounds right around the 10-yard line.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Looking for a gap. It's Hardy. Breaks the tackle. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
And that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that 3rd and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both. Got it stopped. Now forcing a 4th down.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. He slides that just inside the right upright. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Carr. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball off.
And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. State offense onto the field. So they put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Looking for a man. It's Sayin. Quarterback extends the play. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. The short hands, it's Smith. Turning it on! They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Hardy. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play.
Miami, 0.
So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Leaves it with the running back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keep it on the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Going to the running game. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, take a peek at what's happening in this interesting battle in the MAC. Toledo is lighting up the scoreboard right now thanks to a dazzling offensive display. They're up 14 over Eastern Michigan. The Maction never sleep.
Touchdown, Miami! The hidden yardage, the big plays, special teams coming through. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And how about that defense in the backfield? Nowhere to go right away. You could tell they were playing the run game all the way, and they got in the backfield and got the tackle for loss.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Sayin. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
The sure hands, it's Porter. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense, next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Buckeyes are flying down the field. Power football with the run. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Makes the grab. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. The Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clint Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Reads it, fires complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind, but listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
And the Canes are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chains. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
This time he's got it. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, going to the air. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell, surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up, run it, do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for him.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Buckeyes can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll leave it with him. He's got enough for the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 37.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the 1st down.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw. It's Sayin. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Right down the middle. A strike downfield. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Ohio State.
The Buckeyes getting set on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. Inside the 25. They'll immediately call timeout.
And running really has been the key on this drive, guys. Lots of success right there. They generate another explosive play. Their success running the ball, big reason why they've been able to put up a lot of points and have a really nice lead in this one. And now back in the red zone again, they're looking to add to that lead.
The Buckeyes kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Grabbed over the middle. It's Porter. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Absolutely perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The Hurricanes will kick it off to start the 2nd half. He'll bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Play action on 1st down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. The sudden change on the turnover, man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22. For better starting field position for this offense. Take takes the handoff. It's Pringle. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Zings it complete to the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And the Hurricanes want to pick up the tempo. Looking to throw again. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Going for the goal line. Touchdown, Canes. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, man. Take a look at how things are playing out. Toledo is up big right now, and what's shaping up to be a blowout those Rockets fans will remember for some time. They're up by 21 over Eastern Michigan. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They'll move the wide receiver. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll go empty. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and 15. Scanning the field, it's Sayin. Working that left side now. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got his man. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. It's complete on the right side. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Buckeyes have a lot of options on second and inches. They want to run this quarterback. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Gain of 3. And a first down for the offense.
And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. Looking for room, it's Peoples. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
The Buckeyes can really attack on this second and short. A designed run for the quarterback. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. To the air, it's Sayin. Caught in the backfield, it's Peoples. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Yeah, how about the design of the play? Doing a great job. Get it to your man, your running back, now turn receiver in space, and let him do damage. Let him catch the football. He can do the rest. Be that special player in space that you know he is, and get into the end zone.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. They're working that left side. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead.
And it's more common to throw for the 2-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice 2-point conversion.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but a really good job of blocking by the return team. He's out to the 44. First snap of this drive comes from their own 44. To the air on first down. Got his man on the right. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. This time he's got his man. Breaks into the open. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
Right on the money. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. The Canes want to crank the tempo.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. It's complete to the left. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. And he can't pull the trigger, and that will be the final play of the third quarter. We wrap it up with a sack. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got an open man. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hurricane.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. On the offensive line, that's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. These DBs going to give a little cushion. To the air, it's Calandria. Flips it out in the flat. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. Something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it was an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Trying to get behind the defense. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Buckeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He's got great speed. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get going downfield for the big play. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Dropping back, it's Simpson. Here comes the heat. Finds the tight end. Tackled there by the defense.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Wants to throw on 3rd. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Converts on 4th down. Still going. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the 4th down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. 4th down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big 4th down conversion.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They just keep firing. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
That's just a really nice job by the running back, making the first guy miss and going to get positive yards. This guy's got some wiggle, and you saw it on that play.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Handoff from the gun. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Unleashes to the end zone.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Wide receiver comes in motion. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Fires into the end zone. Picked off. What a play by this defense.
And that is a backbreaker. It's fourth down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the fourth. Here's the pressure. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And I really like the decision by the quarterback there. And listen, it's early in the downs. Like, don't force it. Don't make a turnover. He tucks it, get what you can get, and then live to play the next down. I like that execution by the QB.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There have been way too much penetration up front defensively. They have been able to stop him in his tracks.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Finds his big tight end. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
And after that completion at this juncture of the game, if I'm the quarterback, where is my best one-on-one matchup? I'm throwing this in the end zone on 4th down to win the game. Where do I have a size advantage? Who can win for me one-on-one?
Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on 4th and goal. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Miami! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
Really nice touchdown. Now it's decision time. Extra point will get you to OT. Do you try to win it right now with a 2-point play?
And he knocks it through for the tie here in the 4th quarter. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Starts from their own 25-yard line. To the ground with the back. At the 35, he's got room. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
I love the play call running the football here in the 4th quarter because with the score what it is right now, everything is at your disposal on offense. You are not panicking. This isn't throw every single down, all of a sudden 2-minute air raid type stuff. You can run the ball. You can do all of your stuff, personnel, shifting, motioning. You just got to be very, very careful and absolutely cannot turn it over.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on 2nd down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
And the Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to the tailback. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a first down.
I love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
They'll ride the hot hand. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Buckeyes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll go to the ground, fighting off the defender. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
There he goes. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Defense gets the timeout call. 20 seconds left on the clock.
Well, and they're running the football over to the right-hand side, and obviously that's where the kicker wants this thing. He told his head coach, get me on the right hash. I can draw this thing on the kick. It's the angle I want to go and win this game.
The Buckeyes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They go to the ground. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Timeout called by the defense, and 15 seconds to go in this one. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. The give to the back. Touchdown, Ohio State. They move on top here in the 4th.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36.
1st and 10.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. To the air, it's Simpson. Here's a heat. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football. And they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best. And that time, they were able to force an incompletion.
Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. They'll run play action. And down he goes. Had a chance to pull one out of the fire, and the defense slammed the brakes on it, and that's going to do it. How much fun was that one? And you just dream of having